And so what we did is we took all of your suggestions, of which there were a lot, which was really awesome. And essentially we all went through, drafted our pick for a card that is our build around combo. Mine, I actually was second to pick. The first card that was taken was Bolus's Citadel, which was taken by Alex over on the Stockholm Humans team. A little worried about that one because that was kind of one of the top picks for myself as well, and it's very, very powerful, as we all know. But I'm really excited because we did get Nethroi, and Nethroi is a very, very cool card. So if you don't know what it does, Nethroi, Apex of Death. Death Touch, Lifelink, 5/5, mutate for 4, hybrid of either green or white, in 2 black. And whenever it mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So essentially, it's a huge reanimator spell for multiple creatures. And so what we're trying to do is kind of enable a lot of ETB effects, and then maybe even double up on those, and hopefully just win off the ETB effects with things like Ayara. So whenever a creature comes into play under our control, specifically a black creature, the opponent loses a life and we gain a life. So this is our drain. To get a lot of creatures on the field, obviously we can just kind of pick and choose a lot, thanks to Nethroi. But we've got Azoni, the Thousand-Eyed here, as a way to essentially get a lot out very, very quickly. With Undergrowth, this spits out a 1/1 token for every creature in your graveyard, and those all count towards Ayara. And then if we have got Yarok on the field, we get to double up on that. So we actually get to do it twice and just get tons and tons of stuff out. So really excited about it. I hope it works. I do have some high hopes here. We do have a few just kind of other little things. So obviously here in the 2-drop slot are kind of just enablers for the deck. These are our self-mill cards. Glowspore Shaman in particular is very good because we can get a land if we're lacking. We are playing, if I'm not mistaken, 26, which is pretty crucial because we do have to get to mutate mana. And we do want to hit off of Risen Reef a good bit. And so being able to hit those lands there is great. We've also got Uro to help ramp us. And then in the 1-drop slot here is mostly just hand disruption. I'm actually putting Divest in here. In particular because we kind of don't want to lose too much life. It's very easy to lose a lot of life, and so we don't really want to do that. Now, we do gain life back pretty easily. I mean, we've got lifelink here. Uro gains us a little bit of life. Of course, the Nethroi in particular is very good with that. But I'd like to kind of divert a little bit of that life loss if we can. But we do have 2 Thoughtseize as just good catch-all as well. And then we've actually got Brachus, which is not really a card I've played a lot with, but this enables us to mutate from the graveyard. So if we've already got a Nethroi out and for whatever reason we haven't won the game, this allows us to proc again. Because again, for every time, anytime it mutates, you get to use this. So that's kind of the deck. Before we actually jump in, I want to mention a couple things. We've hit some benchmarks that I'm really, really excited about. I see we've got a couple people in chat. Welcome, everybody. Really happy you are here. So something interesting happened today, in fact, which is we finally hit affiliate, which is awesome. And I say finally, I know a lot of people struggle. Blank Survivor, welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're having a good time. I know a lot of people take a long time to get to affiliate. We genuinely, it was kind of a few weeks for us, just because we've already got a pre-established audience, so we were able to kind of move over, and starting to move over at least. But I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to all of you guys for making that possible. That's a huge achievement for us. We certainly appreciate it. And of course, if you would like to go ahead and sub, you certainly are welcome to. Please don't feel like you have to, of course. We certainly just appreciate you guys being here and watching. But if you'd like to, we will be setting up emotes as well as badging and things like that as we go. But again, it just happened literally like an hour ago. And so we're excited about it. Obviously, this is a huge step for us. So huge thank you extended to all of you guys for making that possible. Also, and I'm actually going to go ahead and type this in chat. If you hashtag merch, or not hashtag, exclamation point merch, we're talking JDC today. You can actually go in and support your favorite team in the JDC if you would like. You can pick up a t-shirt or a hoodie with their logo on it, which is awesome. And I certainly hope you'll do that just to show some love for for the team that you are rooting for. Don't like what is this? No, we're not doing that. Anyway, so thank you guys so much again though for making all this possible. It's a huge pleasure to be able to make this content and do it live and actually get to hang out with you guys. So Blank Survivor, I see you're here. I really appreciate it. Great to have you. Let's try. I don't love this, but let's go for this. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Kind of happy we did, but didn't really have to yet, but that's fine. All right. Risen Reef, not bad. We really need to hit a land next turn for obvious reasons. We're just testing this deck, by the way. This is not necessarily a final list, but I just wanted to see what we could get together. This is kind of my first round iteration of it. So we will go through a few games here, probably about our normal 6-ish, and see how things go. Oh, that's helpful. Heck yeah. Let's go ahead and do this, and let's see what happens. They're just going to counter it, I suppose, but that's fine. Let's burn them. Let's burn some counters. Oh, they're going to let it. Okay. Cool. Little surprised they did that, but that's fine. Just given that they've got ways to counter it. They're just looking to cycle. Sure. They probably really need to hit a creature, to be fair. Looks like the stream's a bit unstable. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. Let's do this first. I assume they're going to counter this. But this would get the Curious Obsession out of the way, which is crucial in this deck. I really don't want to be facing that. Yep, let's get that out of there. And let's go ahead and do this. Now I assume we'll get a countered. Lofty Denial here. No, still nothing. Alright. It's just a 1/1 flyer. That's really funny. This is Flying Carpet. I actually am going to attack here. If they want to trade this off, I'm all too happy to do it. We have Nethroi to be able to bring stuff back at some point here. So that is fine. I also just don't want them to have creatures. So if they are to draw a lofty, or excuse me, if they are to draw a creature with the Curious Obsession, that is backbreaking for us. So just don't want to be put in that position. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you got it. But yeah, guys, again, huge thank you for helping us reach this this awesome milestone. I do really appreciate it. And again, if anyone would like to sub, please don't feel obligated, but we would obviously love to have you. And new things will be coming later on down the road to incentivize that a little bit and things like that. But obviously, we're new to it. We're new. Awesome, though, that we were able to get here. Really excited about it. Okay. Let's do this. I assume they just Lofty Denial again, which is fine. Oh, no, they don't. The reason I did this is now we have the option. Well, we didn't quite get there, but there was potential we could have actually gotten the Shaman down as well, which I think is worth the risk. All right. Sorry for frame rates, things like that. It looks like it's a bit choppy. We'll hopefully get some things working a little bit smoother here soon. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. This is like classic, just straight up mono blue, which is perfectly fine to say. That is very, very good. We're lacking lands here, which is very surprising. We've got 26 in the deck. Not that that's a like crazy excessive amount, but that's plenty that you shouldn't be worried about lands, I would think. Enters tapped. We can't actually play off of that, so that's fine. And then we go attacking in. The good news is we are staying alive pretty handily. I mean, it's not like they're doing a ton of damage, but they are going to start getting a lot more card advantage here, so we do need to find ways to really get this going. Not to mention, they do have Lofty Denial in their hands, so we are going to have to bait through some counters, which is going to be a bit tricky, if I'm honest, but we're going to do the best we can. Sure. Blake Survivor, how you doing, my friend? What's up with you? What you been up to? I hope you are having a wonderful week. I hope it's a great start to your week. They may counter this. This may be a solid bait, but we'll see. They may also have multiple counters, given that they've drawn a few cards here. But how you doing, man? You having a good time? Sure. I am gonna put that on top. GG on GeForce recently. Nice, dude. That is awesome. That is so cool. How's it been, how have the games been going? Fun, hopefully. Have you been kicking some butt? They just copied this for no reason. Oh, does it go back to the hand? Yeah. Okay. That seemed excessive, but sure. I'm not actually going to attack here. We can just kill this. Like, we have a Death Toucher, so I'm not worried about that. What have you been playing on GeForce, by the way? Like, what deck have you been piloting? Haven't lost too many in Silver 2 right now, I think. Nice. That's awesome. That's really good. I've got a long way to go. I hate the I don't hate it, but it's a little bit frustrating every month when you like get to I'm not far up in the rankings, let me just go ahead and say, but I do get up usually to like Platinum 4-ish. And then obviously in the hopes that I can get a little bit further, but it never happens. So here's the thing. We can play this. It's 100% going to get countered. Other options, we can just play this, the Glowspore Shaman, and just kind of see what happens. I kind of like this. Mono white. Is it just a mono white life gain deck? Those are very good. So when I say just a mono white life gain deck, I don't mean anything bad by that. I was just curious if that's the build order that you've kind of gone for. I really like mono white actually. The Soul Sisters stuff in Historic is sweet. It's mainly Warrior Artifact. Warrior Artifact. Now that is intriguing. Survivor. I like that. That's a little bit different. Give me some flagship cards. I mean, Warrior, so I'm thinking the new Lord, I assume. But that's in red, so if it's mono white, then I assume, I guess not. So what kind of stuff you got? So we can do this. Ah, you had it made for a recent event. I see. Actually, you know what? I kind of don't want to do that. That's fine in terms of gaining life, but it doesn't actually seem very good. Let's do this. Let's get some cards in the grave. I'll put a white land on top. That's fine. I'm just going to play this out. This is a counter bait if there's been one. That's awesome though, dude. I'm stoked for you. That's awesome. Have you been keeping up with the JDC? Because if not, you should. And I need to look. Set a limited. Oh, okay, that's fair. Survivor. I need to. So we're kind of halfway through the JDC season right now. But we're already talks. There's already talks of season 4. Coming down the pipeline. I don't know if that's something you're interested in or interested in making content around, but if it is, email me or DM me somewhere or do something like that. Let's have a little conversation there. That'd be really fun. I'm just gonna do this. But if you're interested in like pushing out some content on JDC stuff, then let me know, because we do want to get a few more people involved for next season. And so maybe that's an area where we could work together a bit. We also did bring the podcast back, so that's an option as well. I have to assume we're just gonna die here. By the way, we were drawing a land. We knew that. We can drop an Uro, which is like fine. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. We can get rid of one of these. So we do gain some life here. Keeps us alive for a turn, but they're drawing 3 cards a turn, excuse me, minimum. Really more than that. Yeah. I mean, we pay, and then I assume they just get to counter. I made videos on anything for a while, plus I play off a Chromebook, so I can't stream it. Ah, that sucks. Nah, I get you. No worries. I just thought I'd extend that option. I think it's a fun place to be able to collaborate with some people, so I was just curious as to what your setup looked like. So, makes sense. No worries. We'll at least have you on like a podcast episode or do something like that soon, because I know we've kind of jumped around that idea pretty recently, so it'd be a fun idea to do. Yeah, I mean, we just die. We just die. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and concede this, mostly because they've outcard advantaged us by a long way. So, but yeah, if we've got something going there, I think that'd be fun. So, let's see. Welcome. It looks like we've got a few other people hanging out with us in chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're having a good start to your week. I know for myself, it has been quite busy already. JDC obviously drafted last night, which is what we're testing today, but still lots of really fun stuff going on this week. Yeah, well, so Risen Reef is a bit tricky in this deck, as we're finding out, and that's fine. But I think we need to work on our mana base for sure. We do get to divest here, which is kind of nice. Oh, nothing. Wow, that is a handful of removal. You just joined the MTG community about 2 years ago. Dude, that's totally fine. That is fine. No worries. I'm going to not divest this turn for obvious reasons. You're totally fine. I think what's fun about the It Resolves podcast is that it's not meant to be anything significant. I mean, we're trying to have fun and do some cool stuff. But at the same time, I think it's understood that we're not by any means the pinnacle of information. As much as we'd love to be, I just don't think we're there. So we get to have a little bit more fun and a little bit more creative freedom, which makes it a really good time and a really good opportunity to bring other people on who, you know, can show differing opinions and maybe a new perspective on things. So it's a fun time. I really enjoy it. Let's do this. Let's just throw this out there and let them kill it or counter it. We'll drain. Go us. The cool thing here is, though, a lot of these counters and kill spells, as long as they can't counter the spells that matter, I will say. Do we divest for that one card? No. It's kind of fine, because once we get a Nethroi down, assuming we can mutate it onto something, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Let's Uro. Let's do this first. You played it a lot while you were in high school with friends? Nice. That's awesome. I wish I had played a bit more in high school. I did a little, but I kind of had phases in and out. And so unfortunately I didn't have like a ton of experience in high school in particular. I did have maybe a year or two where I was into it during that time, but I started, and this is kind of a good question to pose for everybody here. When did you actually start playing Magic? Because I always think that that's an interesting perspective and an interesting thing to talk about. My start was in 7th edition, which was a long time ago. But absolutely loved 7th edition. It was a really fun set, in my opinion. Lots of really cool stuff. Old school core sets were a good time. But we had a great time with that one. And then trying to think where I played on and off there, but you know, I remember playing during like Odyssey a little bit and Legions, and then I kind of got out of it and then jumped back in during Ravnica, the original Ravnica, and Ravnica is still my favorite set. Grade 11, but I'm not sure what's. Yeah, no problem. But just such a fun time. Just overall, it was really, truly something special. Okay, let's do this first, just so we can see what we're working with, because we do have the mana to make this work. Okay, so they've got a counter. They've also got a very good card in hand. I mean, we need to bait, right? Let's just throw this out there, and understanding that they are just going to straight up kill it. Either with Extinction Event or Neutralize. Next turn, we've got Uro as backup here, so I don't feel too bad about doing this. They just get to Extinction Event. It's fine. I was kind of wondering if they would cycle that Neutralize away. Survivor, what was your first, like, big... I'll say, like, finisher. What was your first deck build that you put together? What was the big card that made you want to play that? Like, what? Give me a little info on that. That'd be kind of fun to talk about. I love... because deck building is such a personality game, you really get to see what you know, a lot of people find as fun and that kind of thing. And so it's just really interesting to hear what people have put together over the years. I'll tell you right now, my first one was a mill deck, blue-black mill, which nobody liked me, but it was a very fun deck. Had some really cool cards in it too. Alright, so they have an Uro. That's fine. Didn't draw a land, obviously. Yarok. Well, we play Yarok. It's about the best we can do. We've been up a lot against counters with this deck, which is a bit annoying, if I'm honest. But it is what it is. That's fine. Sure. Alright, well, that's good. Quirkspine, who wouldn't? Yeah, dude. Welcome, by the way, Quirkspine. Nice to see you. Don't know if you were here for the beginning of this, but we did hit affiliate today, so I just wanted to give a special thank you to everybody there. So thank you to you. I know you've been popping in and out of the chat as we've been hanging out, so really appreciate it, my friend. And again, if you would like to sub, anybody watching would like to sub, you certainly can, but please don't feel obligated. Certainly not a requirement by any means, but we certainly just appreciate you guys hanging out, so thank you so much. It's really awesome to reach goals like that. It's something really special that we didn't necessarily expect. So all right, well, I gotta be honest, this game seems to be slipping away. We've drawn too many lands this time round, and we didn't draw enough last time, but that's okay. Ugh, yep, there it is. Was kind of a bit of everything, mainly focused around Throne of the God Pharaoh. Throne of the God Pharaoh, very nice. Very, very cool. So Amonkhet release is like the time period, if I'm guessing. Amonkhet was a polarizing set, we'll say. Alright, well, now they've got Nugan, so we're definitely dead. We'll see what we draw, but I'm gonna say chances are we're just dead here. I mean, yeah, technically this works. Like, it's a card. I actually kind of enjoyed Amonkhet initially, but it got old very quickly, if I'm honest. I thought the theme was really cool, like Egyptian theme was really fun, but overall it just wasn't all that exciting. I'm just gonna, they've got plenty of power here. But yeah, I don't know. I did draft a little bit during that time and really enjoyed the draft format, like just the limited side of things, but constructed was a little meh for me. Again, that's not to say it was a bad set, but that was certainly in the apex of Magic not necessarily doing its best. But I just had the card. Don't remember how I got it, but I started during War of the Spark, I think. Oh, War of the Spark. Okay. War of the Spark I did like, but again, a bit of a polarizing set for a lot of reasons. But regardless, I thought it was a very fun one. Everything's polarizing nowadays, isn't it? I suppose that's just kind of a life lesson. Sure, let's try. It's a very ambitious hand, but it's got a nice 1 into 3 at least. I get to take Brazen Borrower. Sure. So they can't even use this thought. Oh no, they have Pathway lands. Okay, yeah, they get to Thoughtseize here. I kind of assume they just take Uro. But that's fine. Dollarama. Nice. Interesting. So yeah, I used to do a lot of that in my early days of collecting. As you can see kind of behind me here, I've maybe grown up my collection a little bit. Let's see. So they're gonna counter probably whatever we do, but let's go ahead and just throw this out there. Yeah, I've kind of grown up my collection a little bit, and so now I'm purchasing a lot more, I'll say higher end stuff for lack of a better term, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm with you there. Interesting. That player had another land. Okay. Ooh, mean. That is very mean. And unfortunately, we don't have a way to deal with that, so we're just going to have to outpower here. What do we want to do? I'm going to decline. Just throw that out there. Yeah, I think eventually, you know, as far as paper Magic goes, it's slightly declining just overall in terms of, you know, how much people are paying and like what people are doing in person. That's not to say though that it's a bad thing. I actually really enjoy playing paper Magic. If given the opportunity, it's just sometimes a little tricky. Sure, that's fine. The good news is we do have a Spore Shaman out, which is something. And this is just like a prison deck, but we've already got something out, so that kind of helps. Let's throw this out there and see what happens. 2 Apheto Runecasters. Nice. That's very cool. Just attack in here. We still have not, by the way, gotten to see the Nethroi kind of combo workout. So we will get there, I assure you, but we're not quite there yet. Well, we don't have white mana, so we can't play this, so we're done. Cost around 250 each. Nice. That's pretty good. It's very good, in fact. Let's draw a card. Not what we want. All right. Have a Death Toucher. That's fine. I mean, if they're gonna spend their time blowing up a a very unexciting card, that's totally fine. All right. Sure. Most expensive card I have currently is Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead's a good card. I have a... If I can find it actually behind me, I might be able to pull it out here. But I have a very nice Liliana Ultimate Masters box topper, which is certainly one of my most prized cards. I also just... Yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, wow, it was yesterday. Pulled... In fact, it's right here. A foil Misty Rainforest expedition, which obviously I'm very happy with. Have a few really nice little expedition things from Zendikar Rising, which I'm stoked about. So definitely happy about that. Interesting. So they get to see the hand, but it's only activated abilities, so they can pick Izoni, which is fine. They could also just pick some of these guys, but whatever works. Whatever works. Taking a long time to decide here. It might just be the mutate side of things, because I assume that's... Yeah, that would work. Castle Lockpoint. Ah, that's smart. Okay, yeah, I'm with you there. So we can mutate this, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll do it just to deal more damage, to be honest, but like it's not all that exciting. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Well, that sucks, but this still happens, so they just save themselves 2 damage, essentially. And they're out of stuff in hand, so that's good. That's very good. Alright, so let's attack. They're gonna block, I assume. Get some damage in. That's fine. Let's go ahead and drop Izoni down. Alright. We can draw a card here as well, which is kind of nice. Just as a way to dig a little bit further if need be. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Currently, we do have exact lethal, though. Okay. Does nothing, so we just wait, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice then. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack in. This should be exact lethal, if I counted correctly. Yeah! We got a win! We finally got a win. That feels good. Alright. Well, we got there once, which feels good. I like that. I'm not liking our mana overall. I think that definitely needs a little bit of work. And I definitely think we could have a little bit more like onboard interaction, perhaps. Wow, we leveled up. Did a lot of stuff here. Let's open up a pack. Let's see what we got. So I think there's a little bit more we could do here, but I like the base. I think the base of this is fun. It just we just need to get going with the actual combo here. Let's give it a couple more games. We're at 32 minutes. I'll probably go for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll call it a day. These games last a little bit longer than some of the others, but that's fine. I'm okay with this because we've got a nice Mire Triton here, and then very good potential for a Risen Reef, given we really don't need it. It's just any land will get us there. Would love to have like a Thoughtseize or something, but it is what it is. Honestly, even in this circumstance, a Thoughtseize isn't ideal, so that works out. Alright, well, we got our land. That's good. Potentially against like a mono red list, which is also good for us because we do have a good bit of life gain here, as well as some threats that like they're gonna have to shock the Mire Triton, or at least do something to it, and we can kind of get rid of threats here. So I like that quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if we can hit a land. Yes, going well so far. And now like even Risen Reef is just a lethal threat against this wily goblin, which is kind of silly. They do have plenty of treasure here. Be great if we can just turbo into Nethroi though here. That'd be awesome. And I think for that purpose, we actually don't block if they do attack. Maybe we do actually, because we kind of want stuff in the graveyard, to be honest. I think, let's do this first. I think this is better than Uro, just because this procs 2 times now, which is great. Yes, absolutely yes. Can we hit 2? Yes, look at that. 2 lands out, that's great. No attacks. Let's see, so we're getting close. We can also get Yarok down here in a sec, which is going to be brutal. Because this is an elemental, so if you don't know, this does proc these. Let's drop this, and let's drop this. Krinko's a bit scary, but it's actually not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Yeah, take action. Getting a lot of land, which is good. Let's go ahead and divest here. What are we most scared of? Kind of that. The incinerator is also a bit scary. I think it's probably the incinerator is the problem. Just because it can just all of a sudden nuke us for a lot, especially with Krinko out. So I just don't think we can have that, but that's okay. Creatures in graveyard, not very many. That's the one downside right now. We do want to get a little bit more in the graveyard probably before hitting Nethroi, but I mean we're there. It's just not quite getting it. If they were gonna attack, that'd be awesome. To be honest. Okay, let's do this. This is cool because it happens multiple times. Let's get you out. Let's hit you. Let's go Risen Reef. We'll go over. So now we get both of these at least. Again, draw a bunch, get to proc a lot of times. I'm gonna decline. Nice. Decline again, I think. Well, that was pretty nice. Let's go ahead and divest again. Let's get some stuff out of the hand. Ooh, Muxus. Good. Really, really glad that we did that. Whew, Muxus is scary. That's scary too. This Goblin deck just in general is pretty scary. But thankfully they can't get this Muxus out yet, which is really crucial. Sure, that's fine. A little surprised they didn't wait, but that's cool. Can they just... No, they can't kill us yet. We get to gain a bunch of life here. Alright, so... Let's kill... You? You, I suppose. Let's just block as much as we can. We're more than happy to let Risen Reef die, it's fine. They deal a lot here. But we gain. There it is. Whew. Alright, let's do this. What's in the graveyard at this point? So, lots of Spore Shamans. Risen Reef. So we can do this. Just going to be able to ping for a good bit of damage here. I think we attack in with this. Since we're planning to get rid of it. We'll go over. We'll keep this one. Alright, so what do we need? What do we need? Risen Reef, definitely good options. I think we'll get this. Get this because it's gonna gain us some life. I think we'll just hit another one of these. This drains for a good bit. We also get a lot of just really solid stuff going. So the hope is though that we can still stay alive, and that's my worry because I'm not 100% sure that we'll be able to. Take action. We do get to divest away that Muxus, which is good. But they've just got so many goblins here. Decline, that's fine. Again, decline. Don't particularly want a ton of stuff there. We've only got a couple more cards in our deck, which is really crucial here. Alright, let's hit Muxus. I think we're just gonna die here. Because they get to create more goblins, yeah. Oh, so close though. Oh, and they can just do it again, yeah. Nice job, opponent. Very cool. We'll let them hit. I mean, they have that many, right? Like you gotta let them do it. Minus 125, they got us. Well, we did at least get to see the combo a little bit, which was really fun. Let's go ahead. I think we'll do one final game. We'll finish it up with this one. Overall, again, I like the base of the deck. I think we just need to do a little bit more work for it. So I'm excited to see where we can go with this. I'm thinking, by the way, the game will be happening tomorrow evening, probably around 8 or something like that. Don't know that for sure. Keep posted in the Discord. That's going to be where we kind of keep things going there. But very excited to play against Alex. It's kind of a recap of Season 2, which was really, really fun. So excited to see where this goes. But yeah, we'll keep. We can divest turn 1, which I think is probably worth it. Given we see red, I'm assuming goblins again. Yeah, surprise. Let's get rid of Krinko. Just can't let him have that Krinko. That is such a problematic card, as we saw last game. Okay, sure. Let's do this. Let's just throw this out there. Nice little Death Toucher is a good start here. Just because, you know, they can play the War Chief, for instance, but they can't necessarily. I mean, they can, but they're gonna lose it if they attack with it. So, well, that's very good. All right, I'll block one. I'll bait. Let's get that down. Whoops. Well, okay. I didn't actually mean to double click it. I was considering Thoughtseize there, but that's okay. It is what it is. I think now we're in positions where we literally kind of have to trade off with everything. Interesting position, if I'm honest. Let's go for the Uro play. Let's just see if we get lucky or not. Ah, we didn't. And we'll pass. This raid bombardment is very good, by the way. It's absolutely a problem card for us. Sure. All right. Well, they're gonna hit for a lot here. Really, really need another land. It's a tapped land, but it is a land. So let's do that. So this represents more damage, so it's okay to do this, I think. Let's get rid of that. All right. I mean, we're doing the best we can, I think. These goblin decks are really good. I think we just die here. Yeah, we just die. All right, well, they got us. Ugh, feels terrible. All right, well, given that went by so quickly, let's do one last one. I promise this will be the last, but we are at game 6 now anyway, or this will be game 6. If we can get one more win, I'll feel a little bit better, but we're learning. We're learning as we go. Last one. Let's see what we can do. Again, I just want to thank everybody very, very much for helping us reach our affiliate goal. It's awesome milestone for us, and it is genuinely thanks to all of you guys. So thank you so much. As always, we appreciate the support. Let's try it. This is a terrible land. Let's divest. Oh, what is this? This is an interesting deck, isn't it? This is like a draft deck. Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. We knew it would happen, but we do have 3 Nethroids with nothing else. Anyway, yeah, it's awesome opportunity, guys. So thank you guys so much. And again, if you would like to subscribe, we'd certainly appreciate it. Please don't feel obligated, but we'd obviously love to have you as part of the official Twitch community. And again, emotes as well as badging will be coming up very, very soon. So thank you guys again. Yeah. This is such a weird, we're going to lose to a really not very good deck. Seriously, we are so great at this game. We are so good. I mean, do get to throw this out there, but they just get to trade off with it, and that's fine, honestly. But kind of feels bad. They actually just get to kick this and make it work. So we play Castle Lockflame. Let's just go ahead and play this one out. The only reason I'm doing this is it does eat a very powerful removal spell at the very least. Oh, they can't kick it yet, so you can do that, and then they can shock. Okay. So they can keep this around, but it's going to take 2 spells from the hand and not this. Or, excuse me, they can just do this and then, yeah. But we've literally got to. This is a bit of a nombo, by the way. Their little equipment with raid bombardment's not very good. But that's okay. Yep, that's fine. Pump it. But again, we're just eating the card, and obviously we can just play more Nethroids, so like it's kind of fine. They do get to scry one. Okay. Let's get you out there. Just do it again. Now it's a little bit tougher if they don't have that same Storm Strike or some first striking opportunity. They can still trade off, but yeah, I don't care about that. They just can shock it, sure. But again, we're eating multiple spells just to get rid of one thing that we have another one of, so. This deck is really interesting. Let's just do this. Yeah, we'll take that action. We pass here. So if we do live somehow this turn, then we're actually okay because we just get to Nethroi some stuff. Well, I guess we aren't okay, really. We don't have anything in the graveyard, as it turns out. And I'm sure they can just kill this, yeah. Sure. Yep. All right. Well, Yarok. It's not a bad card, really. Let's throw it out there. I think I'm gonna go for Yarok first. This is interesting. I mean, we're gonna lose for sure, but yeah, now definitely. Well, not definitely. No, definitely, right? That would have been better. So we like break even at 0. Yeah. Look at that. If we had played this, we would have been better off. That's funny. All right. Well, guys, this deck sucks, which is perfect for the JDC. So I'm excited to see how it goes in the JDC, honestly. I will be reworking this a little bit. Please feel free to leave some deck suggestions in the comment section below if you're watching on YouTube. We really appreciate it because obviously it needs a little help, but I do have high hopes for it. I'm still fighting for my first win, and so I'm really hoping that we can get there with it. But again, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Survivor, it was great to chat with you. Quarkspine, I'm glad you were able to get in here as well. Thank you guys for helping us reach affiliate. It really means a lot. It's thanks to you guys that we get to do this kind of stuff, and so really do appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe, of course. And until the next stream, I will